Alright, you're in for some bonus content. I am back in Auckland, arrived back last night. Put the bike back together. It's in a shocking state. Had to retune the gears, tried to get some oil on the chain, haven't got time to wash it. Did notice my back wheels felt a bit wobbly and I just thought it was the tyre towards the end of the trip, but just realised that it was a broken spoke. One of these spokes here, oh yeah, this one. Luckily I did carry a spare, but because it's on the drive side, I think I need to take the cassette off, and I've left my whip and socket thing all in the motorhome. So it's an emergency stop at Evo Cycles. Oh, so good, he fixed it. Took a while. The nipple wasn't any good either. We thought we were just going to have to take off the cassette and replace the spoke with my spare spoke which I carry. But in the end the nipple was no good, so I had to take the tyre off. Luckily it didn't have rim tape, it had like a rim rubber so you could reuse it. Anyway, very nice when they can drop everything and do something like that for you, really appreciate it. Right, gas bottle and food, and then we better hit the road. The longer I muck around, the further Mat Ryder is getting down the country and the more I have to drive. Alright, so 3 hours south of Auckland, I'm at Mangakino. This is where Mat Ryder and a couple of his mates are for the night. I missed when Lola Wilcox was in New Zealand. I kicked myself for not making more of an effort to go ride with her. Matt will be loving this, that I'm putting him in the same category as a renowned endurance rider. Sorry about the wind. Anyway, I feel like a bit of a stalker, but nice to catch up and I guess show him some appreciation for the great work he's done on his bikepacking videos. So we're back in the same lodge I stayed in when I did the North Island TA. Can't remember what the name of the lodge is, but in Mangakino, fantastic place to stay. I'm here with Mat Ryder and two of his friends, John and Rob. I will introduce you soon, but right now, I'll get out of the wind. Matt had some issues with his rear free hub, so we've just been into Tour Aotearoa to get that fixed, and that's all fixed. So putting the bikes back together and we're about to head off. I'll introduce you soon. Alright, so meet the man, Mat Ryder.
Hi, how's it going?
You've probably seen his channel, Mat Ryder Adventures. He does heaps of backpacking all around the world, and now he's in New Zealand. Welcome.
I am. I've met up with Carl, whose videos I watched before coming out here on the TA. You were my guide.
Yeah.
You were my guide. And now here you are.
In person.
Guide.
In person.
Yeah. That's it. You're much more impressive in real life, mate. Much more impressive.
Thank you very much. I had to pay him later. I'll just go get my wallet, Matt, to get that $20.
Yeah. Team, continue.
Yeah, we're off.
The whole process.
I'm watching the process. Now my drone shots just look like this.
So I can see. Oh, we've got people coming. Second of all.
Normally he does this while riding, but today he's stopped to make it look harder.
Yeah. Here we go. We're pointing that way. That way we're going. I think.
Just makes you appreciate what goes into YouTube video experiences like Matt delivers to you.
Yeah.
A lot more work than just getting your phone out of your pocket.
Right, now it's recording.
Right, back on the bike.
Your
So all the guys have got tail fins, and God, show me how you wheelie through. They are going to have a lot of these to get through. Nicely done.
That game with the wire and the little hoop thing, and it beeps if you change the size.
That's it.
Rob, I'm glad you figured that out.
Bit of bad luck. Broken the what do you call it? Belt.
Yeah, but now
No reason whatsoever.
Right? Yeah, I got hold of that. Rob.
I'm sure it's nothing I did, but it do seem to be plagued.
So,
It's a brave man who disassembles his frame miles from anywhere. It's just him and the beers.
beers or bears?
yeah.
So
The pale ales.
that goes.
Oh, this is the new swing bridge. So when I did the TA, this was being built, and that's when we had to bushwhack through to the centre of the North Island. So remember, this one used to be the really narrow one that people had to push their bikes or pull their bikes on the back wheel. So now you can potentially ride across it. Massive improvement. So yeah, this is new ground for me. It's good to see the drone experience. So it went up, tried to get a shot, lost it, and you can imagine we can only see right above us. We can't see left and right because the forest is covering us. And it's up. Not an easy spot to land. Brave man.
Excellent job.
He's only got 2 fingers left from doing this. We are back, centre of the North Island. It feels like night. It's just such dense forest. It's only overcast.
I'll do that.
We're back at the
Get
tractor.
up in the seat and we'll take a picture of you in your seat.
Yeah, unless there's a sign saying "Do not climb all over the thing."
No, looks like a new seat on there ready for you. We're going to go here and then we're off to a campsite nearby. We might get a hot shower. Rumour has it. This is where we're staying, right next to the start of the timber trail. Some cabins. We'll be over there tenting somewhere. Looks mighty fine grass for tenting. I'm going to be using my new tent, which I haven't used before, which is the, again, Nature Hike, but this is the Cloud Up 1, so 1-person tent. I ditched the 2-person tent. Now I'm onto the 1. It's a lot smaller. Okay, we're all set up. Got my new Cloud Up 1 tent. The guys have all set up their tents, starting to make dinner. Quite a nice area just before we enter the timber trail. We've got sort of cabins behind us. And I've got a lot more room than I used to have for a 1-person tent. I'll probably do a review on this anyway, but I thought I'd wait for sleeping in it at least one night. And tonight's a good night to test that because it's going to rain. So plenty of room down the sides. I'll probably bring all my gear in fact, actually. Obviously tapers off at the end, but enough room that you can sit up at the front here. And it looks to be the same build quality as my other tent, the Mangakino, which I love. So anyway, time to make dinner. Alright, big change. I carried this through the whole North Island and a lot of the South Island. It was emergency food. I'm using it tonight. We're boiling some water, throwing it in. It better be good. Chicken tikka masala. Alright, I think that's the end of the day. It's going to be wet tomorrow, so we're going to do half the timber trail and stay at Camp Epic, which is a fantastic spot, but there's a lot of rain forecast. I think 35 mils, I think. This is a good test for my new tent, that one. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see how it is riding 40 k's in the mud. Probably, who knows. At least Camp Epic is a nice spot to get to in the end. And then after that I need to work out how to get back to my car in Mangakino. So we've ridden 2 days away, now I need to get back in 1 day, so I probably have to jump on the road, I'd say. Anyway, night, we'll see you in the miserable morning.
Oh, first night in the Cloud Up 1 Nature Hike tent, and it's been pouring with rain for about the last 4 hours. Perfectly dry, really quite roomy. I can sit upright, and the true test is going to be making breakfast in here this morning, but should be fine. Well, the rain stopped this morning just in time for us to pack up. Everything's soaking wet, but you know, that wrapping up your bed and your tent all together is not ideal. But we're all set up. Cup of coffee with those coffee bags made. Good way to start the morning. What has been quite cool about this camp is, and I'm not going to be able to show you on my phone, but there've been kaka, which is flying around above the bush here, squawking. You don't see them very often, and they're New Zealand like native bush parrot. Not easy being a YouTuber. Don't crash into the trees. We've just come out of the old forest area. Now we're into maybe more alpine-y type terrain.
Easy.
Like a pro.
I nearly lost it once.
Like a pro. This is like a behind the scenes Mat Ryder video.
You're right. Look, all this little magic thing. I could send you the footage and you could splice it in.
No, I'm just going to get all my subscribers to come over to you.
That's a good thing to do.
Well, we're well and truly up into the clouds. Rain's been coming and going. At least we got to break camp in the dry. Hopefully we get to dry stuff out when we get to the top. We're nearly at the top of the main climb, like 14 k's into it. It's all downhill from here.
Look at that, sun's out. It's almost jackets off, and we're downhill now, almost the whole way to Camp Epic, I imagine. Anyway, looking forward to the first swing bridge.
Boggin Creek Swing Bridge.
If you try the drone, it's raining.
We could wait a minute.
Even on a rainy day, it's great.
Yeah.
You barely noticed the rain. Not the best day to be doing the timber trail, but on the upside we've got 6 k's before we get to Camp Epic. Hopefully we can get a warm cup of coffee and a hot shower.
So last time you saw me, I was riding through muddy puddles on the timber trail with the others. We were still loving the trail. It's an amazing trail. And we ended up in Camp Epic. So Camp Epic is one of the camping options you have in the middle of the trail. It's my favourite. It's the only one I've been to be fair, but it is my favourite. It is a glamping camping ground, but you're allowed to put up your own tent there. It's very well priced. I think it was like $50 a night, but that includes obviously very nice showers, nice bathrooms, a great sort of indoor-outdoor kitchen, and also a self-service breakfast in the morning and charging and that sort of thing. So really, really good, a really good place to stay. It rained all afternoon and all through the night. I was in my Cloud I tent. I feel that I'm ready to do a review on it. I've had 2 nights in the rain in that tent, and it's been great. It's roomy. It sets up quickly. It didn't leak a bit. And the real bonus was that I set the tent up. It's self-supporting. So I set the tent up in the kitchen area at Camp Epic under the shelter. I put my inflatable mattress in there.
and everyone was laughing. They thought I was going to camp in the middle of the kitchen. And then as soon as the rain eased, I just ran out, plonked it on my spot, threw some pegs in, and everything stayed dry. So, yeah, really good to have a self-supporting tent. What I haven't done yet is tried disassembling it from the inside out. In other words, keeping the fly on. That's next level. I'll get there soon. So no, yeah, good tent. Hey, I loved my 2 days riding with Mat Ryder and obviously with Rob and John. Great guys. I'm really going to look forward to watching the rest of their journey. Their journey will be coming out on YouTube probably well before this video anyway. Well, they're already releasing videos. They were a great bunch of guys, and I was so lucky to be able to experience, I guess, what it's like to be a YouTuber, someone like Matt, who is a lot further along in his journey, and YouTube is a lot more subscribers, a lot more mature channel, and a channel that I really enjoy. And I guess it's the honesty and the way he films. Meeting him face to face, I felt like I knew him. I'm guessing other people have had this experience when they've watched YouTubers for a long time. He's just like on camera, a real genuine nice guy, and I'm really pleased that he's helped me to promote my channel, and I would hope that if you subscribe to my channel, you subscribe to his one as well. So that's Mat Ryder Adventures. Yeah, so looking forward to watching the rest of their journey as they make their way down New Zealand. I always like to see what people from other countries think of New Zealand. Like, they often point out things that I might take for granted. Over one of the beers one night, I did ask them what their favourite part of the ride had been so far. And I thought they might say, oh, the beach, or going through the kauri forest with Tana Mahuta, or they all said it was the people that they met. It was, you'll see in some of their videos they do a sing along, and they're just talking to the locals. That's their lasting memory. That was the first thing they all said, the people that they'd met. And this made me think back to when I was in the South Island, and a couple of times I got average service, and it might have only been in a dairy or a cafe, but that's important. Like, people come to New Zealand, they love the scenery, but one of the lasting memories is the people, and it only takes 1 out of 20 people to give average service, and it can really impact New Zealand's reputation. So yeah, anyway, that was a real eye-opener to me that they said the people first, and really not the scenery and not the things that we think people will really appreciate in New Zealand. So why am I talking to you in the garage, and why did you not see Camp Epic? I'm going to put a picture in of us in the swan dries, snuggled up by the fire. Everything failed in the rain. My phone, is supposed to be waterproof up to 1 meter, failed in the showers. It was in my raincoat pocket, and maybe that's got something to do with when I ran over it and got a new screen on it. Anyway, it's not waterproof anymore. It seems to have water inside all the lenses, and it wouldn't stay on for very long. So it spent the night on and off the top of the fire, sitting on blocks of wood, followed by a night in my tent in a bag of rice. Sort of did stay on a bit, but the camera wouldn't work, and a few other features wouldn't work. I tell you, it was extremely hard to turn my alarm off this morning when it was buried in a bag of rice. So not only did my phone fail, but my Garmin failed as well. The whole screen delaminated or disconnected, I guess, in the rain. If you see all around the edge, it's sort of quite shiny. You can sort of see how it's just detached. It's very disappointing. This is my second Garmin that's done this now. I still like Garmin's, but this one wasn't that old, and to have a failure like that just because it was in the rain is not ideal. So now we'll see what we're going to do. That one won't even turn on anymore. I will try leaving this in the hot water cupboard along with my phone. Hopefully they both come back to life, but I don't hold out much hope for this one because it won't turn on. Yeah, so this was a bit of a challenge. I was at Camp Epic in the middle of the timber trail. I wanted to ride back to Mangakino where my car was, and I needed to go back via gravel roads and state highways and things. I needed to fast track it back to get back in one day. So I'm really pleased that in one of my previous videos I said to you I keep the maps on my phone, I kept them on my Garmin, but I also had the TA book with me. And so it was great. On the TA book, I was able to sort of work out a route, find out a few road names, write down a few distances. It wasn't easy. I didn't even have a phone, because I didn't have a phone. I didn't have a clock. So it was really hard to even know how long I'd been riding for. So, knowing that when I'd done 20 Ks was just a gut feel, really, looking at the sun. Anyway, I got back, no wrong turns. I'm pleased that I bought multiple navigation aids with me. So it's about 83 Ks back to Mangakino. So this is sort of bringing me to the end of my TA South Island journey and TA North Island journey revisited. I worked it out that I've spent about 25 nights sleeping in a different location every night. That is quite unsettling. I'm looking forward to having a few nights in a row in my own bed. Hang the bike up for a while. It's an absolute mess. It's extremely hard to keep it maintained. Sure, I oil the chain, and I squirt it every now and then, but everything's wet. Everything's out drying. Everything needs a cleaner and a really good degrease. It might take a while for me to get my wife back into riding again. I may have put her off by some of those harder trails, but we'll introduce her into it again slowly, with a few, nice weekend rides. For me, the next big ride, it's hard to say right at the moment, but I'm quite keen to do the Kopico ride. It's another trail that the Kennett brothers put out. It goes from East Cape to West Cape of the North Island. It's about a 9-day ride. Van's quite keen to do this with me, and we're thinking we might do it as the brevet. So just like the TA, you can do it whenever you want, but there is a brevet, like a proper event. The Kopico also has a proper event, but you can do it whenever you like as well. We thought it would be fun to do the event. I don't want to race, but I do really enjoy catching up with other riders and sharing experiences and riding with others. So I think doing it as a brevet will give us that sort of sense of community. So thanks for watching. I'm sure you've already subscribed, but if not, that's one way you can really show your appreciation for the effort that goes into making these videos. Thanks for following along all the way to the end. I hope it was useful. Please throw anything in the comments if you've got any questions or comments. That'd be great. Otherwise, have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next ride.